Hello everybody, my name is Luchara, and I'm going to talk about herbs in New World. If you're like me, you're a cook, and you got the recipes for these cool stat foods, and you go in and you're like, wait, where do I find cinnamon? Where do I find dill? Where do I find garlic? Well, I'm here to answer those questions, show you where all the herbs and spices are. So if you're looking for a specific one, feel free to skip to that section. That's fine with me. Just do me a favor. If you get some value out of this video, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. All right, so let's get to the basics here. All right, so all those various herbs and spices come from this herbs bush. So if we harvest this, we will get hyssop and basil. You always get hyssop. You will sometimes get an herb or spice as like an uncommon drop. Hyssop is used in alchemy, for the record. But here's the kicker. What herb and spice you can potentially get depends on what zone you're in. So there's sage. We are in Everfall right now, so potentially we can get basil, garlic, and sage, right? So we've gotten 2 of those already. And of course, hyssop. So I'm going to go through each area, tell you where to get each one, and I'll show you where to find herbs in each area. So we're just outside of town here. So there's always a bunch of herbs right. Well, there's not always. This is a pretty contested spot, to be fair. There's also some herbs scattered around the field here. But again, this is pretty contested because there's a lot of people out here harvesting hemp. And a lot of times they'll grab the herbs while they're there. There is also some right over here. I'm not going to bother running over there because they might not even be up. But there is some spawns right here. But I will show you a better spot to find herbs in Everfall. Let's go. All right, the best spot to farm herbs in Everfall is actually here, just off the beach of the starting area. So this is the starting area. Here's the town here. So you come off the beach, and basically all through here, there's spawns. And then up here in this area as well, where I am currently, there's spawns. It basically comes in clusters. There'll be a cluster of 2 to 4 to 6, herbs. And then you just run over to the next one, and you just keep moving. And keep grabbing herbs. Keep getting that garlic, getting that basil, getting that sage. So that's Everfall. Let's move on to the next area, which will be Windsward, and see what we have there. What kind of herbs and spices we can find there. Okay, so if you're looking for thyme, ginger, or mint, you're going to want to come to Windsward. See, look at that, ginger right there. So let's take a look at a couple of places that you can find the herbs in Windsward. I am currently in the starting area. This is where you start if you come in Windsward. This is where Windsward settlement is. We're right here. There's all kinds around this whole starting area. I mean, not this many bushes all over the place. This is a pretty good little clump of them. But this is a great place to start. And again, all through here, there's herbs. And let's take a look at a couple more spots in Windsward you can find herbs. All right, so the other good area, there's really only 2 good areas in Windsward, if I'm being honest, is here. So here's the settlement, the town. Come down past Granville Farm, come down south. Basically through here and then up the river, there's a few. This little thing here. But honestly, this area isn't as good as the starting area. This is where you want to be if you're looking for herbs in Windsward, which would be, again, thyme, ginger, and mint. All right, let's move on to Monarch's Bluff. Okay, if you're looking for oregano, peppercorn, or paprika, you want to come to Monarch's Bluff. There are a few decent spots. There's no real awesome spot. Where I am right now, I am out on the island with the fort. So here's the town. Here's the fort. So the island right around here, although this corruption portal is kind of, I think, eating into a spawn. But there's a few good spawns here. There's also some few good spawns up on the north side. Again, they're kind of getting eaten into by the corrupted monolith, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there's quite a few herbs down around here. There's a peppercorn. Let's see. I think we got an oregano already. And there's a paprika. There we go. All right, so I will show a couple other areas in Monarch's Bluffs here before we move on to the next area. So another spot, Monarch's Bluffs, that has some herbs, as you can see here. We are just to the west of the town. This is the town. So there's a couple right in here. There's also a couple right over here. I'll be honest, I don't love this spot because I find it's pretty contested because there's also, as you can see here, hemp. And a lot of people come out here to get hemp, right? And while they're in the area, a lot of times they wipe out the herbs as well. So let's look at another area too here, and then we'll move on to the next. All right, so another solid area is just east. This is where we just were. So you come through this pass up here to Adamant Mine. There's a few, there's not a lot. Oop, that's not the button I wanted to hit. There's not a lot up here, but all basically along here. There's several patches. Let's see if there's any more. See, here's another one. So there's a few there. Again, not the best. Monarch Spot is more spread out. There's more options, but none of them are super concentrated. And it looks like that's all for up here right now. All right, so let's go look at another spot. Okay, another solid area is this farm here. I forget what it's called. Lakeside Farm. So there's the settlement. So you would come down around here. Although keep in mind with this area, there is level 20 creatures, mobs that you would have to kill. So don't come down here if you're super low level. If you are super low level, one alternative area, there is some in the starters area, especially like through here, I believe it is, but there's not as many in this starting area as in most of the other starting areas. Just keep that in mind, but there is some there. So yeah, that is Monarch's Bluff. Oregano, peppercorn, paprika. Well, apparently this thing wants to fight. I can arrange that. So now we're gonna go check out First Light once I show this thing who's boss. Hey, it puked on me. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Anyway, this is not a spear guide. So, alright, so First Light has cinnamon, dill, and saffron. So we're going to grab these here. There's a couple of dill. There's just dill so far. There is cinnamon and saffron, I swear. So where are there cinnamon? Where are the herbs at, you may ask? I'm right here. There's the town. So basically, there's herbs along this road up north of the town, and then there's a bunch all in this area here, and then you follow this road, there's a bunch. Basically, that's where the herbs are in First Light. Let's go down the road here and see if we can find a few more, just to show. Of course, because I said that, there probably won't be any. Yeah, so I'll just put a cut in here, and I'll go north of the town and show off some of the other spots. All right, so I'm just over in the other spot right here. So basically, all right through here. It's pretty solid. And then, like I said, you take the road, but I just got a nutmeg. So there's actually 4 herbs you can get in First Light. It's nutmeg, cinnamon, dill, and saffron. I'd like to pull a saffron while recording as well, because it has. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up the wood there. Saffron has the exact same image in game as the hyssop, so it can be easy to miss when you get it, because it just looks like you're getting hyssop, but it's really saffron. But apparently, oh, there's a nutmeg. There's a second nutmeg. Apparently, and there's a saffron. There we go. So I got to show off the nutmeg and the saffron. So that is First Light. Those are the basic 4 starting areas, but I believe there's still a couple spices or herbs, whatever you want to call them, that I haven't found their spot yet. So I'm gonna have to go check out some of the higher level areas here, and hopefully we can find them. Let's start with Cutlass Keys, I think. All right, so I'm over in Cutlass Keys now, and this is interesting. So this is a higher level zone, but there is still herbs. Cinnamon, as you can see, parsley, which is not dropped in any of the low level zones, and peppercorn. So cinnamon and peppercorn are, this is the second place we can get those, but this is the first place I've been, at least, where we can get parsley. So some spots for herbs here. So I am right here, which is well south of the settlement. It's closer to First Light, actually. And there's a few clusters of herbs right in here, and then there was a few more down in the road, down near the border, the First Light. There was some herbs there, and so there's also a few more up by the fort. There's some clusters, and just all along this road, basically right down here, there's some. If you need parsley, or you need more peppercorn, more cinnamon, just keep in mind this is a 26 to 35 zone. So if you're low level, you're gonna have to be very careful that you don't get eaten. So that's Cutlass Keys. All right, so I'm in Restless Shore, which is a 41 to 46 zone. I don't think there's any herbs in Weaver's Fen or Brightwood, so I kind of just went right through both of those over to Restless Shore. I don't know where all the herbs are, but I can tell you there's some right here. And I don't see anything scary. So let's see what we get here. Mint. Okay. So mint is also in where? Mint and oregano. Okay. So mint's from also in Windsward. Oregano is also in Monarch Bluffs. Nothing from that one. Nothing from that one. Come on, give me something new. Give me a new one. There's lots of hemp along this road, though, too, as you can see. Rosemary. Okay, rosemary is new. So this is where you get rosemary. You got to come all the way out to Restless Shore if you want rosemary. Yeah, hemp there, hemp there, hemp there. So I'm going to go along the road a little more, see if I can find some more herbs. We'll harvest them, see if we get anything else new. And yeah, I think that might be it, though. I think that's all of them. I believe. I'm not positive. I'll be back either way. All right, so I found a few more here. Let's just see what we get. Probably the same. But I'll just show where these are. I just kept following the road. So if you keep following the road, there is some herbs here if you need them. I've been getting nothing but hyssop here. Apparently, there's no more rares left. Anyway, rosemary is in... There's another rosemary. Rosemary's in Restless Shore if you need rosemary. I got one more place I want to check, so I'm going to do that. I'll be back. All right, so I'm up in Ebonscale Reach right now, which is, of course, way over here. It's level 51 to 60 zone, which is scary. I keep dying. I keep respawning at my camp. There is a ton of herbs in here, and allegedly, they're supposed to drop tarragon, but I have not gotten any tarragon. All I've been getting is ginger and thyme. Now, that doesn't mean that tarragon isn't here, but I haven't been able to confirm it. When I do eventually find tarragon, oh, there's one of the wolves that keeps killing me. Well, not that one. I usually get around that one. But I will put a comment, and I'll pin it. So if you're looking for tarragon and you're at this point in the video, check the top comment. Hopefully, I will be able to tell you where tarragon is. But I hope you got some value out of this video. I apologize about the tarragon issue. But hit that like button if you enjoyed it, if you got some value out of it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be good to each other. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.